Hey guys, so today's mobility, we're going to focus mostly on lower body. We're going to start by standing up, and then we're going to work our way to the floor, okay? Some things you might need for today, possibly a chair or a bench, and a foam roller, okay? So let's get started. Standing, we are going to start with just a standing hand stretch. So standing nice and tall, you can keep your feet hip width apart or close together. I'll leave that up to you guys. From here, we're just gonna bend at the hip and try and reach for our toes with our fingertips, okay? If you can touch the floor, great, touch the floor. Try and get your palms to the floor if you can. We're just gonna hang here for 1 minute, okay? So your 1 minute will start now. The straighter you keep your back, the more you're going to feel in the hamstring. Once you start to round your back, you're not going to feel much in the hamstring. So again, keep your back straight and then hip hinge forward. Okay? Purpose here is to feel the stretch in the back of the leg. And if you can't touch your toes, you can touch your shins, you can touch your knees. All right? And then slowly work your way to the floor. You can relax your head. Also, another important cue, you can leave your knees slightly bent. It doesn't have to be locked out. Just a slight bend in the knee. All right, that's 1 minute there. You can stand back up. We're going to do the same thing, except now we're going to take the left leg and we're going to cross it behind the right. So both feet are still together, but now the left went behind the right. Okay, so in this position. And then from here, the distribution of the weight should be 50%, 50% on each leg. Okay, so once you get that settled, from here, same thing. Bend at the hip, keep your back straight, try and reach for your toes. So what you should be feeling is more of a stretch on the left leg, which is the leg that crossed behind the right. If you're having a tough time holding yourself up in this stretch, you can use the foam roller in front of you. Just place your hands on it to help for support. But again, you don't want to take the stretch. The purpose of this is to get the stretch in the back of the leg, right? So make sure you're still feeling that stretch. All right, we can stand back up. And now we're going to take our right leg, cross it behind the left. Okay, and again, 50-50 distribution of the weight on each foot. And then again, bend at the hip, keep the back straight. And if you want, you can use the foam roller like I am right now. So now the majority of the stretch is in the right leg. All right, and stand back up. We're still standing tall. The next pose, we're gonna do a standing pigeon stretch. So it's a variation of the pigeon, but standing. So we're gonna actually be balancing on one leg. So we're gonna start by taking the left leg, cross it over the right quad, just above the knee. And then from here, we're just gonna sit into the stretch. So you should be feeling it in the left glute here. Okay? Now, if this is a difficult position to be in for you, if your knee's hurting, or you're just having a hard time balancing, this is where the chair comes into play. We're just gonna take a seat, cross the left leg over, and then just gently try and push that left knee down so that the shin is parallel. Okay? So those are your two options there. We're gonna try and hold this for 1 minute, and then we'll switch sides. Okay? So we'll start with the left leg crossed onto the right in 3, 2, 1, and go. And relax. Okay, now we're gonna switch sides. So now we're crossing the right over the left. In 3, 2, 1, go. So there's two things happening here. You're getting a stretch in the glute, and the foot that's on the floor is working really hard right now to try and balance your entire body. All right, and relax. We have one more standing position, and then we'll work our way to the floor. So the last one is a standing straddle. So we're gonna hit the inner thighs, going as wide as we can with our legs. Try and keep the foot or both feet flat on the floor, and then hands on the ground. We're gonna try and hold this position for 2 minutes. If that's too much, the next option is the seated straddle. Okay, so same thing except for seated. All right? So I'll count you guys down. Make sure the surface you're on, your feet aren't gonna slide. We might get an accident. So make sure your feet are planted and they're not gonna be sliding around. Okay? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. Again, this is for 2 minutes. know it's hard to try and relax your legs in this position because your body's fear of falling, but try and put all the weight on your hands and try and relax your legs. The more you relax your legs, the more of a stretch you're going to get here in the inner thighs. Okay? So let your shoulders, your arms go to work. Try and relax your legs. We have about 30 seconds left. Ten seconds. When we come out of here, just be very cautious and careful. It's a very delicate area here. All right, and relax. Slowly take your time coming out of here. I'd recommend just trying to walk your feet closer to each other like I am right now, with my heel and my toes. Nice and easy. All right, let's work our way to the floor now. Okay, we're gonna get our quads now from all those thrusters we did yesterday. If you were lucky to join us, I think it was 100 thrusters in total on the workout. Okay, so saddle position. So sitting on our heels. Okay, we're gonna sit here for 2 minutes. So again, if you're able to, get your back to the floor. If not, you can just stand here or lean back, go onto your elbows, lots of different positions here, okay? So 2 minutes will start now. Another note, if you're trying to lean back in this position and you're feeling a lot of tightness in your low back, try and squeeze your glutes, okay, like you're bridging, and that should take the pain away from your low back. Okay? I know because I get the same thing. And to counteract that, again, I'll squeeze my glutes, bridge up with my hips, and the discomfort in the low back goes away instantly. Forty seconds. Twenty seconds. All right, slowly come on out of there. Okay, this is where the foam roller is gonna come into play. We're gonna do 4 different positions. In some of the positions, you might wanna use the foam roller, okay? So we're gonna open up the hips now. We're gonna start with a tall lizard. So we're gonna go left foot forward, right knee is down on the floor. Lunge position. I like to use the foam roller in my right hand. If my left foot is forward, okay, staying nice and tall. And then from here, squeezing my right glute to get this hip forward. Okay, this left knee, as you come forward, try not to let it go in. You want it to either go out or along your toes. Okay, keep the full foot on the floor. And again, squeeze the right glute, get that hip forward, stay nice and tall with your upper body. Okay? We're gonna do 1 minute here, and then we're gonna change the stretch, but still in the same position. Okay, so just focus on 1 minute now. Throughout this whole time, never release, keep squeezing the right glute. Keep squeezing, because once you relax back here, then your back will start to round. So squeeze the glute to keep everything nice and straight. So right now you should be feeling it in the right hip area, stretch. Maybe a little bit in the inner thigh of the left leg as well. Okay, so that's 1 minute there. Now we're gonna go into our regular lizard. So still in the same position. We're now gonna put our hands on the ground, on the inside of the left leg, okay? And what we're trying to do here is try and get our upper body as low as we can to the floor, even get our elbows on the floor, okay? One thing to keep in mind, this leg, push it out if you can, okay? Don't let it cave in. Push it away from you, and as you drop, keep it out in that direction, okay? 1 minute here. Ten more seconds. All right, still in the same position. One of my favorite stretches because it's so effective. Okay, so now we're just gonna take our right hand to the floor on the inside of the left leg. We're gonna do the twisted lizard. So if you're able to, left hand rotates to the left, grabs that back leg, pulls the heel into the glute, and then I'm squeezing my right glute now, driving my hip to the floor. This is an amazing quad stretch, hip opener. It's the whole thing all in one. Okay? And if you're not able to do this position, we're just gonna do the regular lizard, which was the previous stretch. Okay? Another minute here. So again, left hand grabs the right foot, pull the heel into the glute, and then you're squeezing that right glute, trying to get your right hip to the floor. And again, pay attention to that left leg. Make sure the knee is not caving in. Ten more seconds. And release. You can let go of that back leg. Okay. Last stretch in this position, I promise. We're gonna hit the hamstring of the front leg. So left leg now is gonna go up on the heel. Foam roller can be used to go under that leg if you need to. Okay. If you don't need the foam roller, just place the hands on either side. Leave a slight bend in the knee. And then from here, you're just gonna try and hip hinge forward, trying to get your chest to your shin. Okay. 1 minute here. All right, let's go ahead now. Let's switch. So we get the right leg forward, left knee is down in the lunge position. Full roller now, if you want, is now in my left hand. Okay, staying nice and tall. Make sure this right knee is tracking out or over your toes. Left glute now is squeezing, driving that hip straight ahead. Okay, and again, stay nice and tall with my back. 1 minute. Just a reminder, you're squeezing this glute for the entire minute. This left glute, okay? Driving that hip forward. Opening up that hip. This side's a little tighter for me. All right, let's go on to the regular lizard. So both hands on the inside of the right leg. Okay, make sure to push that knee out. And then if you can, try and get your elbows to the floor. Okay, 1 more minute here. All right, and onto our twisted lizard. So left hand goes down in front of us. Right hand is going to rotate. You're going to rotate to your right. Grab that left leg. Hold the heel to the glute. Squeeze that glute. Drive the left hip to the floor. 1 minute here. All right, you can let go of that back leg. And the last one in this position, we're going to hit the hamstring. So kick up on the heel. If you need that foam roller again, place it under the leg. If not, fingertips or hands on the floor. Leave a slight bend in this knee. And then try and get your chest to your shin. Okay. 1 minute. And relax. The last pose we're gonna do for today, we're just gonna hit the calves, another calf stretch. So we're gonna go half saddle. So we're gonna be sitting on our right leg, sitting on our heel. Left leg is bent in front of us. Find that position again. So either bring the foot forward, bring the foot back, somewhere to where we can keep the heel down, right? We don't want our heel coming off the floor. Keep that heel down. We're gonna apply the weight of our chest on that leg and drive that knee forward. And as we're driving the knee forward again, we don't want the knee caving in. We want the knee tracking over the toes or out. Okay, so we want something like this, that position. All right, we're gonna hold this for 1 minute. Okay, so once you get yourself settled, 3, 2, 1, and go. So with my hands right now, I'm trying to pretend like I'm trying to reach something that's out of my reach, which is helping me apply more weight on the leg, and it's helping drive the knee forward. And the position that I put my foot in, the heel is not coming off the floor. All right, let's switch legs. Get yourself settled. Make sure the position that your foot is in, the heel is not going to come off the floor once you lean on that leg. All right, in 3, 2, 1, go. And relax. That's it for today, guys.